I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we got sound. Thank you so much.
And Amy, is there a way to talk about, we still need those articles? We haven't received any from anyone.
Yes, why don't you give a little heads up, everybody? Jeannie has a request from everybody.
I have a super request from everybody.
Oh, you just muted yourself, Jeannie. You just hit mute.
Sorry, I'm trying, I'm back. Okay, so I'm trying to keep the OAC Facebook page like daily posts. However, I haven't received anything from anyone for me to be able to post. So we all have a home health care company, a respiratory care company, our skilled nursing, our hospital, whoever's attending. If you have something that you would like me to post, maybe there's an event. Maybe it's about how to upkeep your wheelchair or your walker, whatever it is, please send them my way so that way I can post them. And the best way to do that is going to be with my personal email, or just send it to me via Messenger on Facebook. So that way I could repost it. When you send it to my Place for Mom one, I don't get it. I can't use my work computer for Facebook, if that makes sense. So they try and make sure, but we really desperately need those articles, especially to keep us going through the holidays. Since this is our last meeting, we want to be top of mind throughout the entire next 2 months for all of our seniors and families. So that's all I ask.
That's an easy request.
It sounds easier than it's been, though.
You're gonna have to start stalking people by calling them and texting them. And
Exactly.
did you color your hair, Jeannie?
I did not. It's just clean. I actually blew it out this morning. You guys normally see it from me washing it the night before, so it's like fresh clean.
It's all blown right out in style today.
Beautiful. Yeah, you bet.
Thank you. That way we can see if anybody's got any comments. All right. And so we have how many people with us on Zoom so far?
I'm gonna put my personal email address on here
Perfect. All
for
right.
articles and stuff.
We've got
Four
of them.
Is that including us?
I guess so. So 3 besides us.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Welcome everybody on Zoom this morning. It is our October meeting for our Oaks networking group. So excited. Not that this is our last time here, but just excited for 2023. Like, I'm so excited to move to our new facility and location. I just feel like it's going to kind of just make us level up. You know what I mean? Just kind of level up. One of the ideas I had for next year is I'd like to get some signs made. So maybe we can, like, you know, I'll contribute like a little bit of money. We'll like maybe get a quote or, you know, an estimate of how much it's going to cost. And we'll take a inventory of how many members we have, maybe try to ask everybody to contribute. What I think would be fantastic is to put a sign out on McHenry and then again on Bangs, kind of bringing people in, maybe do like balloons and like just kind of announcing our presence, right? Kind of using that location to leverage our existence and let people know about us. And hopeful that that will help maybe bring some more general public people in. And so just, you know, keep pressing on and pushing forward in 2023 to keep the vision going of getting our messaging out to the general public. And thank you, Jeannie, for continuing to post content on our social media page, our Facebook page. I feel like we're getting some traction on that. Good morning.
Good morning.
I feel like we're getting some traction on that as far as like when I look at it, because I always try to heart it and then comment if I can and stuff. But, you know, I feel like I'm seeing more people have viewed it. You know, we're getting like 49, 50 people have viewed it. And so that to me is a sign of a little bit of momentum. So we're getting some momentum going on our Facebook page. I loved how Brenda shared how we had somebody reach out through our Facebook page. We needed some help. We kind of were able to collaborate and get the help provided. I thought that gave me chills.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know, That's the vision, is to be that resource to our community when people are like, oh, go to Oaks, right? Either go to their meeting, go to their Facebook page, you will find the support that you need here in our community. So those little twinkling inklings of those kinds of things, those little seeds starting to get planted, I think is so exciting. So exciting. So thank you everybody for your continued support and meeting with us. And is Brenda in a meeting now? You want to see if maybe she can join us? Sure. I want to acknowledge Miss Brenda today. All of her support.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I was reading my email and is it going to be on the Zoom? Is it, or is it going to be in person starting in June?
In January? Yeah, I believe we're going to offer Zoom. Are we?
But also meet like this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Did you put something on there? We're not doing Zoom anymore?
No,
Okay.
I just need to, I don't, I'll have to see with community hospice, because I know they
If
have
we
the,
can, you know,
like
continue
they have the
that
big presentation thing, but if the person wants to present to it, we'll just find out how we integrate them. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah. So tentatively it's planned, we'll let you know reality.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, I'd love to get it where we don't have Zoom, right? Where it's just always in person. It's nice to offer that feature to those who can't make it, but I would get yourself to church. So we want to acknowledge Miss Brenda today. For your support, and so we've gotten some flowers for her and then some cards for you.
Thank you, Brenda.
If it doesn't work out, you guys are more than welcome to come back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Always
you
open
giving
for
us this
anybody.
space really kind of helps solidify our existence.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like when churches meet at high schools, you know, and then they finally get brick and mortar, they finally get a building. It's like, oh, they're a church. Right? So that's kind of what we're aiming for, is kind of to put our roots down and have it be a place where everybody knows this is where you can go find and the support you
And
need.
it's only gonna grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
There she is, she's coughing.
Okay, so you know, we've welcomed everybody today. If you haven't already, drop your gift card in the basket so that we can do our raffle and you can win a prize. And just a reminder of who we are. The OACS mission is to proactively serve. Someday I'll have this memorized, so I know what maybe I need to do that. I need to spend some time memorizing my little speech. Proactively serve and educate each other in pursuit of synergistic solutions for seniors and their adult children, to create a unified senior resource team to support each other and the seniors in the community that we serve. And our values are integrity, synergy, service, and collaboration. And wanted to just update everybody. We kind of chatted a little bit about social media. We're up 5 members. We're at 232. We are at 237. I would love to end the year at least 250. Our goal was 300 for the year, but we can do it. We can do it. So, you know, just, you know, you're laying in bed at night, you're scrolling your feed, take a few minutes to invite. It doesn't take that long. So I did it the other day. I think I invited like about 50 people. So, and then we chatted about this as well, but our new location, Amy will, I'm sure, be sending out email reminders. We won't be meeting in November, December, because the 4th Thursday falls on holidays, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So we're going to be moving to community hospice over off Bangs Way on Spires Way, 4368, and that'll be the 2nd Thursday. So we'll be switching to the 2nd Thursday.
So we can go all through the year next year.
Yeah. So
Okay.
next year, when it's the 2nd Thursday of November, we will be meeting. And then most likely for December, we'll probably do a Christmas party. We'll just do like a, you know, maybe like a little white elephant party or something, but it won't be an official meeting. It'll just be like a little celebratory kind of a get together. Okay, that's kind of the vision and the plan. So again, Amy will send out a reminder in December and then again before the meeting. And then also we have a plan to maybe put up a little sign here if anybody shows up here accidentally, hey, we're over here, and that might happen for a few months, but hopefully everybody will know that that's where we're going to be at. And so again, we're just continuing to make sure that we fill up our roster of presenters. if you think of anybody or have anybody that you think would be a great fit for presenting, be sure to, email Amy and let us know, okay? So we want to introduce and welcome Miss Tammy Mason. Thank you and welcome. She's with A Touch of Love in-home care, and she's going to be sharing with us about breast cancer today. I love that you're wearing the pink.
Everyone, you all. I'm going to talk about breast cancer because it's a very touchy subject for me. My mom is a 2-time breast cancer survivor.
Wow.
So out of cancer, there's actually 12 different types. There's bladder, colorectal, kidney, lung, lymphoma, melanoma, oral, pancreatic, prostate, thyroid, uterine, and of course, breast cancer. So usually when you think about breast cancer or cancer in general, it's like a silent killer. If you don't catch it at the beginning, or if you catch it in the end stages, it's kind of already too late. Well, with my mom, she actually caught it at the beginning. So we're happy that she did. But when she first told us, me and my brothers, my sisters, we were like really upset, like chose different words, why cancer, why my mom, why breast cancer? Because we thought that was going to be it. My mom found out she had breast cancer February of 2014, 2 days before her birthday. So when she was talking about it, there were symptoms, there were signs. It was painful on one side. But I was like, Mom, it's probably nothing. Let's just, finish getting ready for your party. Let's have fun, probably nothing. But it was breast cancer. And the type of cancer that my mom has, she had, it's not hereditary. I have 2 great aunts who have breast cancer, but my mom's is not hereditary. So during that time, we were happy she came out of surgery, everything was okay. They got it all out. But it was the process after the chemo and radiation. It was very tiring for her. Sometimes my mom couldn't eat. And if she could, it was like we had to rush and make the meal because the craving for it would go away. My mom was weak. She couldn't, it was a lot that she couldn't do for herself.
Your sister.
But during that time, my mom was very weak, but she still tried to keep going. She didn't want to cut her hair. But after the 3rd one, we were like, Mom, you have to cut it. You have to. Because it looked like each time after radiation or chemo, someone took scissors and just cut. So she would just touch and hair would come out. So we're like, Mom, cut it. You have to cut it. And she cut it, but she wasn't happy. We tried wigs, different things, to get her feeling better. And then I was like, Mom, girl, just put some earrings on and just rock that haircut. Okay, like just do it. Like this is what you have to do for now. But I highly recommend, like, if there's someone who is going through cancer or any of the chemo radiation, find groups. Because those groups, me personally, I can't resonate with my mom. I couldn't during that time because that was something she went through, not me. So her having to cut her hair, feeling insecure, not feeling beautiful, that was something I couldn't with her. I couldn't share that with her. And we're like, Mom, we can cut our hair. Me and my sisters, we can do it. Like, no, I don't want you guys to do that. I don't want you to feel that way, feel how I feel. But it's to encourage you. But she didn't want us to cut our hair, so we just continued encouraging her. Fast forward 5 years later, she gets breast cancer again. And this time she said, if it's worse or if I have to do this again, I'm just gonna do a mastectomy. She did. But now there's a piece of me missing. It wasn't the hair anymore. It was more, there's a piece of me missing. And we're going through the process again of her not feeling beautiful, of her hurt, the pain. And then it's my dad, I love you no matter what. We're mom, we love you. But for her, it was different. Always different. And I was like, Mom, look at it as you get a new boots. People pay for these things. People pay for these things. Your insurance is gonna cover it. But the chemo was more aggressive. I can call that. And because it was more aggressive, she had to do it every 3 weeks. She did it twice. And within those 2 times, my mom went to the hospital. She had an infection. And at the beginning of 2020, my mom looked like that. Had chemo. She said she didn't want to do the chemo anymore. She didn't want to do it because it knocked her down. Like completely. My mom had to learn to walk again. And it took a kid this time. So my mom had to learn to walk again. And right before we shut down, they released her from the rehab. So I was like, we're gonna break you out of it. Seeing how breast cancer or cancer in general takes a toll on the body, the medicines that are given to us when we have these things, it's different for the one who's going through it. It's painful, it's tiresome, it's weakness, and it's missing meals, not wanting to get out of the bed and take showers, or just needing that help. And seeing what my mom went through, because of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, someone in my family is wearing pink, something pink. My mom, she has pink blankets, she has pink ribbons, she has pink earrings, like, she has pink everything, literally. But I highly recommend groups, definitely groups, to get them through it, because that's what helps my mom too, including the encouragement. But with breast cancer, we definitely, as women, we have to get our mammograms. We have to. Cancer feeds off of sugar. It feeds off of things that are not too good for us. I've heard of people getting cancer and cutting out meat and just eating vegetables, fruits, the healthy stuff, and not having to go through chemo and radiation. And then I've heard of them just changing their lifestyle in general and still go through chemo and radiation. To this day, my mom still, her hair has not grown back at its full potential, but it's there. She's still here, and she's here.
That's the best.
Yeah.
I was waiting for this.
Oh, you want to see a picture? Yeah, she's still here. Actually, I have a picture of her at my ribbon cutting last week with me. And she cried, and I was like, "What is she?" So I'm proud of my baby. I was like, "Oh." But she has definitely came a long way. And we're happy that we still have her.
Yes.
We did not lose her to cancer. We did not lose her to cancer, even though it was one of those things where like, forget cancer. Not.
Oh, that's great. That smile.
Wow.
See it here.
Oh, I love it.
That's a great story. Great.
I love this lady.
Aw.
Well, she's so short.
Oh, it's a small but mighty, right? It's not again.
I think it's because too, she did not, for the second go around with chemo, she did it twice and she didn't want to do it again. Because of how aggressive it was very strong. And even the second time around, it was not hereditary, even the second time around. So yes, 11 grandkids soon, 4 kids, my mom is still here.
Yeah.
So thanks to God for that. But definitely as women get our mammograms, even oral, rectal, men normally get the rectal cancer or even lung cancer, but men is definitely, they have to get checked. We all have to, or else it'll be too late. Like cancer is a silent killer, high blood pressure is a silent killer. So we have to get checked all the time, make sure we're healthy and we can live longevity. And my story on breast cancer.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tammy.
How did your mom discover it the first time?
She was having pain,
Okay.
and then she went, and that's when she found out 2 days before her birthday.
Okay,
She went to get her mammogram, get all of the tests.
gotcha. So the pain.
It was the pain. And every time I lift, it hurts.
Mm.
I thought maybe it's just, what did you do? Did you lift some weights or something? You know, did you work out? And she was like, no, it's just, and she was really nervous.
Yeah.
She was. And she's like, I feel like it is. And I was like, I don't think so, Mom. It could be something different.
Sure.
But she felt it. She knew.
Yeah.
She knew.
And then the second time she was already under her doctor's care, right? 'Cause they wanted.
Well, she was clear 5 years.
Oh, that's right. After
She was
5
clear
years.
5 years, and then literally 5 years to the day.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
To the day.
And did she have symptoms the second time as
The
well?
second time, the pain, the
Oh,
hand,
okay.
the pain again. It's same boob, same breast. Take it. Like, okay.
So she'd had a lumpectomy the first time. then?
Take it off and
Take both or
just one because of the kidney. Because the second time the chemo affected the kidney.
Right.
So she has to be 5 years clear before they can take the second one. She has 2 years left.
Wow.
My mother had the colon cancer. So it was discovered with a colostomy and the polyp.
Wow.
And this was years ago, and so I apologize for that. Probably shouldn't be shut up for that. So, whoever, at the time, years ago, thought, oh, let's just call it with a bill, because they got really serious about, getting the polyps out. So she went quite a few years later, and they had already 3 or 4 or 5 were in there, and then they took them out, and that's what if they would have taken them that first time, they would have, she would have been, so anyway, that's always a biggie, about the colostomy. Yeah, you do. So I think, we shared the story and they followed up and the doctor is no longer, whoever that was, this is like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So they got right on it and, I don't think that doctor. Yeah, negligence, they wanted my dad to sue and my dad said, I don't, just make her live or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Pursue happy, active. But anyway, that's scary. Yeah. Even colon too.
Especially me, my mom just recently told me, you need to go and get checked. I was like, Mom, you said it hurts. No, getting the.
Oh, the mammogram. Comfortable, if you go,
Just go and get them checked.
Yeah. If you don't know,
Yeah.
check, right?
Yeah.
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 They smish you, but.
It's over in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally get the results of the go got.
Oh, a colonoscopy?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you have not had one?
No,
Oh.
Is yours in the morning or the
a
afternoon?
morning. I said, first thing. I have to share a story. I'm actually leaving tomorrow. I don't want to cry. My sister-in-law is just full of cancer and we're expecting her to pass. And she's been fighting it for 2 years.
Oh.
And now it has just spread throughout her body. She's done radiation, chemo, and
Did you get started in the breast?
hers, if I remember, because she has been fighting it for quite a while, she was just doing chemo, and then she went into radiation. If I remember correctly, it actually started in her lungs, and then it has just moved everywhere. The last it went to her spine, and it just starts off the type it is, just little, and it just spreads. And then it just hops to another area, just little spots, and it just spreads.
Mom's hopped all over to her liver. They were trying to
Yeah.
take part of her liver out.
So she just, yeah.
You're on red flag, your mom's.
Yeah, a few days ago, my brother said she just was having trouble breathing. And she actually got to a point where she couldn't walk,
Wow.
and just started having trouble breathing, and they went in, said she had pneumonia, and her oxygen levels were low. Well, it was just because it had taken over her lungs.
Yeah.
found in her kidneys and she's just, so.
What's your age?
But,
No.
she is actually in December, she was gonna retire, she's 65.
Oh.
December what? I'm 65 and
Yeah,
wow.
I
Bless your
know.
heart.
My mom, the same thing, she passed of ovarian cancer just right after her 65th birthday. Literally, she turned 65 in November, January 2nd, she passed. And we had no idea, it was one of those surprises, she thought she had had a full hysterectomy,
Oh.
you know, years ago when
Right.
they didn't
Right.
keep track of everything
Yes.
and didn't, yeah. And she did not.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, there it was. So I know we all have stories, you know, we all have stories and it's just about just getting our checkups and doing what we need to do. And then I totally forgot what month it was, you know?
Yeah.
And just thinking, wow, yeah,
It's a big awareness now too.
it is, it
Like,
is.
everyone is starting to be more aware of all of the diseases and sicknesses that are around. More now than years ago,
Yeah, agreed.
more now. And it's really good to be aware of the things that are around and even teach the younger generation, because a lot of them, these kids different.
Yeah.
These kids are different. Yeah, they are. They're different.
Oh, that doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Me too, we talk to a lot of families, you know, also, so, you know, just like talking to my brother, or talking to your mother, or talking, you know, whoever. Okay, so now what are the plans and what, you know, and these are the things we share with families and we experience them ourselves and it's all education.
My mom during that first round, it was so funny because she said, I need grapes. I want some grapes really bad. I was like, okay. So my brother, he was like, I'm going to the store. He's rushing out. He fell going down the stairs. It was like, mom needs her food.
Yeah, rushing out.
Yes.
That's why you always tell the families, take care of yourself, you know, you gotta think of yourself too. I know.
So Tammy, what was your ribbon cutting for?
Our business, we had opened, well, I moved out of home in April, and then we went into the office in April. And so I finally had a ribbon cutting.
Okay. And what's
That's
your
right.
business?
In-home care.
Okay.
So we're basically covering San Joaquin County and Stanislaus. We have one client going up in Sacramento starting next week. It's a few hours, but
Okay.
so we're offering personal care, companionship, housekeeping, transportation needs also. And I'm able to do medications also because I have my med tech certificate. So I can also help with the medications if the family members aren't able to do that.
Okay.
And your office is in.
Stopping.
What about dementia, Alzheimer's?
Dementia, Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Yes, I definitely miss.
Yes.
One of my ladies, yes,
I already see you now.
one of my ladies, she's something else. Love that lady. But she also has, she has dementia, and I took care of her personally myself for almost a year. And I finally have a caregiver with her. Yeah, it's taking care of dementia, Alzheimer's one-on-one. I never had that experience one-on-one because I worked in a nursing home. So it was more than just one, you know.
Exactly.
But the one-on-one is very different. It's different.
Yeah,
Because,
you're out of Stockton, do you see caregivers in the Vanessa area?
or if there's something that,
Okay, that lives in that. All right.
that's, I'm trying to keep them in the area.
Yeah.
Try to keep them where they're at. But yes, definitely the little lady, she's taught me a lot, and dementia, Alzheimer's is different when you're one-on-one. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of patience, and also repeating yourself. But you know, you can repeat yourself and then say, oh, I'm gonna do this differently, and they won't remember that you said it. And they have repeated it again. I'm gonna cook roast pork chops tomorrow night. oh, what are you cooking tonight? We're gonna have pizza. Her engaged, she's different. She doesn't like, going to senior centers. She just wants to go for a ride. So before gas went up to $6 a gallon, we drive through the country for an hour and a half. And then gas is high. She's like, oh, gas is really high. That's why we don't go.
I know.
Really trying to keep them entertained. It's different, especially when there's some that she likes to walk. She can walk 3 miles. She'll tell you she walks 6 miles, 10 miles. Then she'll tell you her pool is 20 feet deep and it's really 12. Or 14. But the caregiver that's over there, she's definitely having an experience.
Here it is.
Well, thank you so much for
Yeah,
sharing
thank
such
you,
a
Tammy.
personal story with us.
You're welcome.
Being vulnerable was really, really, really appreciate
That was a great day for me, that's for sure.
that. Any questions from anybody? Oh, we have somebody's trying to admit. Any questions from anybody on our Zoom group? No, Jeannie? Okay, Denise, any questions? No? Do any of you ladies or either of you ladies have any announcements for us to share to the group? Yes, Jeannie?
I do. A Place for Mom is constantly growing, so we're looking for, if anybody's looking for a new job, friends, family that are in the medical industry, they're hiring for my position in San Jose. And they're also hiring for senior living advisors and inside sales. So if anybody is looking, let me know.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
And we're looking for new community customers. We have over 3,000 that we could send referrals to. So we're looking for home care, assisted living, memory care, boarding care, and independent living. We're looking and senior apartments. So if you know anybody starting a new business that wants to make sure that they get the referrals, let me know, because mine come directly from the hospitals and the rehabs, and they're pretty much immediate moves.
Okay. Okay.
And that's
great.
it.
Thank you. Denise, do you have any announcements for us?
I really don't. Just a quick thank you to everyone who did participate in the Alzheimer's Association walk a couple weeks ago now. So yeah, just appreciate seeing everyone who did come out, who had a chance. It was a beautiful day. So
Wonderful.
just thanks for being there.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you next year.
Okay, yes, yes. And then anybody here in the room have any announcements? Any events? Yeah.
Is this being recorded so we can get Jeannie's contact information?
Yes,
Okay.
and I'll email it. I'll put it in the email with the link too,
Okay.
so it's easy to find.
Perfect. Thank you. I have an announcement.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Lana. This is Teresa, and we are called the Gardens of Modesto. We are just changing over. We used to be the senior living, but now I don't have my business card yet. This is hers. And we did the dementia Alzheimer's care. And our next meeting, I will have information for that all of you. And tours we're gonna have, and they're gonna do the ribbon cutting, like we were saying, because we're gonna be for a brand new company or business. Yes, Streets RED, I designed the community relations group. And I tried to retire for 6 months and I couldn't. Yeah, I just miss everybody, and I miss the residents, and I miss this, you know, helping them, make the difference, you know. So anyway, that's my story, and I'm gonna give you this, okay? This is Teresa's card, but that's, you were mentioning about the chat.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lana.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you send the information to us too as well, so we can get to know them too?
I
In an
sure
email?
will.
If you put one in the
Yeah.
basket for the raffle,
Yeah.
then I will make sure that it gets sent out too.
Now, are you still holding,
Thank you.
meetings in Stockton? Because that's when I first got introduced to you about 5 years ago with Cheryl Schrock.
No, that's with the Oaks out of San Joaquin County and,
Okay, we're starting up one here, right?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is our second.
We went all through COVID.
2020 we started.
Okay.
Yeah,
right?
so.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's the same type of meeting that went on in Stockton.
Yeah, they have a much larger.
Yes,
group.
that's what I learned.
Yeah.
This is great though.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's working.
Yeah.
And we have a little bit of a different vision in that we are looking to expand out to the community, to have the meeting be community invited. So the community's coming to all of you as caregivers and as providers so that they can interface with you on a monthly basis to get to know you, to get to see what kind of resources are out there, to kind of be more of an educational to the general public in addition to networking with other people. So that's our vision. So it is a little different from what they're doing up there in San Joaquin.
Look forward to learning more. Thank you.
Is this your first time here? I feel like you've been here before.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
said I was gone
Okay.
for six months.
Oh,
So-
well, okay.
And I'm
Okay.
just back.
Okay. Gotcha.
Into the rhythm.
Gotcha.
And,
Gotcha.
yeah, I rested for 6 months on board.
So hard. Any other announcements?
Well, I'm Shannon Meridian. I'm the Director of Community Relations for Avalon Healthcare. And so we serve Merced, Modesto, Sonora, San Andreas. We have 7 facilities here in California.
Okay.
So I'll give you guys all my contact
Wonderful.
information. We do have periodically a COVID unit. And then we also have like isolation beds if needed.
Okay.
And some of our facilities do have Alzheimer's as well.
Okay. Is this your first time
It
visiting?
is.
I
Brenda
thought-
invited me, so I
Oh.
was like, okay, but I had to leave my other meeting to come here.
Oh. So then I'll let you know, since you weren't here, to hear about our change that's coming, and make sure you get your contact information with Amy before you leave. We're gonna be switching locations.
Okay,
So we don't meet in November, December, because we meet the 4th Thursday currently, and that falls on Thanksgiving and then Christmas and
okay.
New Year's.
yeah.
So we're gonna be changing over to community hospice January, that month of January is our first meeting at community hospice over off things on Spires.
Yeah, I know that.
And we're gonna be switching to the 2nd Thursday of the month,
Second Thursday.
because the 4th Thursday is already taken.
Okay,
And so then that'll actually allow us to meet through the whole year,
Yeah.
instead of having to take November, December off.
perfect.
So we'd love to see you there as
Oh,
well.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for joining us. And then we have Miss Anna Felix with us today. She's not new to our group. She's always been joining us on Zoom. Been on Zoom in the early, when we were just getting started, but she was able to meet with us today.
Yes.
So excited that we got to meet with her face to face today. So thank you for coming. And so we will be meeting in January, January 12th. Mark your calendars, 2023 at 10 a.m. And Candace Doe from Area Agency on Aging will be presenting in the conference room at Community Hospice. And it's such a nice facility, just like all set up with like a screen to present. And so I just feel like we're just gonna be
On Spyglass, that,
Spires, I think is how
Spires,
you
okay.
pronounce that, yeah. Yeah, the address is, let me give it to everybody. Thank you, 4368 Spires Way. Okay. Perfect, well, thank you, everybody.
Have our basket for our raffle. Do we wanna?
Did they get theirs out? Okay, everybody got your name in the basket?
Yes, we're the one who.
For you.
She's like, I want to make sure you have a chance.
Well, I'll let you pick it since you brought it. Do a little lottery shuffle here. I'm not moving at all. I won't look while I'm doing that. I'll kind of move them around. All right. Reach in there and grab a card.
Shannon, area.
I love it when somebody comes for the first time and they get a little prize. They're
Yeah.
like, I was coming again.
Yeah, I know. It makes you want to come again.
I'll just give these to you to make sure we got yours again.
Oh, thank you, ladies, so much.
That's not fair. That is not fair. I was not trying to pay for a female. I was trying to pay for a male educator. Way after the meeting started.
for joining us, and I'm not sure who iPad 2 is. Do you want to let us know who you are? If there's anything you want to let the group know? Oh, is your iPad attached?
Meeting on your iPad?
Yeah.
I'm just curious because we have an iPad. on
We were just
him.
trying to see who was
Oh,
on Zoom
no,
on
no,
iPad 2.
tablet,
But
tablet.
Okay.
all right. Well, thank you, iPad 2, for joining us as well.